Oh boy, we've got another public idiot in the anime community. This is actually kind of crazy, and honestly, this is kind of just not cool on so many levels. I'm gonna try to do my best to sort of like break down everything that I know. A lot of the videos have been deleted since, but I do want to just give my take, kind of just go through all the information we have, and just give you guys my opinion on the entire thing because I just think it's like not cool on so many levels, and I think there's just a huge lack of self awareness, and there needs to be some level of accountability, and we just haven't seen that from either of these individuals. So it's just kind of like a very interesting thing. So I definitely want to just kind of like go through this, talk about it a little bit, and just figure some of this out, man, because it's just honestly insanely annoying. So the root of this is going to come from this page right here. All right, wholewheatpeet, 1.9 million followers, 70 million likes. I think he has like 200 some thousand on Instagram. So a very huge platform, very big anime creator. This guy is more, I would say, in the cosplay side of the anime community. I think the community is broken up into like a lot of different mini niches, and cosplay is one of those niches that is like really breaking out, really becoming a huge deal. And I think like a lot of just weird stuff is coming out of the cosplay side of things, but there's also a lot of really good stuff coming out of that. But anyways, you can kind of just see by his videos, this dude does a ton of collaborating. You know, he definitely collaborates with a lot of huge other content creators, tons of them. I mean, this isn't the first time also that this guy has been under some heat. So this dude basically like looks like a huge jerk in this video. So like definitely just destroys this bush. Not a huge fan of this kind of behavior in general, like me personally. So I just really don't like this guy at all. I actually saw him for the first time at NYCC this past 2 weekends ago. He was working with the brand Otsuko. So also brand Otsuko, I've done work with you. Like you guys also need to pick who you're doing work with, especially this guy. And I mean, it's just like, this is such brain dead behavior. It's like, it's very clicks and views, but it's just not very cool. Like they just destroyed this bush outside of the convention center, which is not cool. I mean, for 3 million likes, I just don't really like that. So this is him recently at NYCC. So he had a ton of content for NYCC. Obviously, some very controversial content, which we'll cover in a second. But you can see like he did a lot of collaborating.
Got your nose.
Bro, what? Got your hair purple.
I mean, he's a very talented creator. Like, he has some good ideas. He's got some funny skits. He does some big collabs with some cool characters, some other cool content creators.
I'm sorry. Sorry, accident.
Like, a lot of big content creators, a lot of really fun, talented creators as well. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not a talented creator, that he doesn't have a lot of creativity when it comes to content creation, but part of this gig, man, is reading the room. Part of this gig is having a little bit of self-awareness and a little bit of awareness of what's going on. So the drama that came, which kind of sucks because all this is deleted, basically. And what happened was this guy, wholewheatpeet, he teamed up with another content creator called D-Pity, which also is a very sus name. D-Pity, and the two of them cosplayed one day as a young Justin Bieber and a P. Diddy, which, like, right then and there, I don't know like how brain dead you have to be, or like, can you not really see how that's not a very smart thing to do? Anyways, they cosplayed together and they came up with some pretty sus content where, you know, I'll try to find, I think here's the even worse part is this D-Pity guy didn't even delete one of the two videos. So this one right here.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome? Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
So this is one of the two videos. The other one had to do with, you know, with like baby oil and all that stuff. And then, you know, it was basically just like a very clicks and views piece of content that just wasn't taken very well, obviously. I mean, you could see in these comment sections, like my boy Kumar, the other skit with Pete was egregious, you know, doubling down and keeping this post up. My girl Rex Chu, same. She's appalled, like not a funny joke. And it's not. This is a completely horrible joke. I mean, I just don't understand in a world where like any sort of essay or these allegations are fun to like poke fun at. Like, I don't understand what angle he's coming from or why he thinks that this is funny. So, you know, people are just like, dude, what the F are you thinking? Not super great. So let's check out some of these other videos. I think a lot of people have stitched and talked about it. Let's find a couple of those really quick. Dude, not good. Here we go.
Thank you, Justin.
Maybe it was at SumiCon. My bad. I don't know where it's
Thank you,
at.
Diddy. What do I gotta do for this?
Like, this is not cool at all. Like, I don't necessarily have to explain why this is cool. I don't necessarily, you know, and I don't really think that these guys were coming at an angle of like, oh, we want to relate to people who have gone through this issue or who have struggled with this stuff growing up or who are going through it now. Like, this just isn't a good way to do it. And this dude has a giant platform. Both of these guys do. And the fact that they're coming out with content like this is really bad. Sorry. And I just don't really understand what the angle is. Let's get some.
It's not enough to block wholewheatpeet. You need to block everybody who associates and collabs with him also. There's this con that I've been going to for a really long time, like ever since I was a teenager, and one year they were able to snag a really good venue to work at. Everything was in one convention.
Okay, that's other stuff. Here we go.
The wholewheatpeet situation is actually baffling. If you don't know, wholewheatpeet is a massive account that does cosplay, and he's pretty good at it too. It's all mostly anime related, so a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, of course, because it's very popular. You know, he does a pretty good Hikari cosplay. And then he does this. Justin Bieber and D-Pity. And there are a lot of jokes about the D-Pity situation, just that whole massive legal and moral issue that just is this person. But making fun of this and cosplaying, especially as Justin Bieber, who, if you know anything about what he's gone through because of this man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could do your own research about the whole like Justin Bieber, P. Diddy situation, and like, this is just I don't know, man, not a cool topic to really go about.
That's incredibly insensitive. And wholewheatpeet was an account I recently found, and I was unfortunately following because I liked the cosplay videos. They were kind of funny. The skits were good. But then I found out about this. Pretty pathetic, really, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, this
is going to be a long video. It's going to be a serious video, too. I'm going to talk about the whole Pete situation. Not so much D-Pity. I've never met him. But I have known Pete for a long time. And I, like so many other people, have continued to always enable his content and probably led to what happened at SumiCon. So I want to talk about it, okay?
SumiCon, sorry.
Now, there are three reasons why I
said
think
New York
people
Comic Con
aren't
earlier.
really doing much or saying anything. And they're all in some way, shape, or form helping enable Pete and other people to just do terrible things. Also, I'm not reading off the teleprompter. I just get distracted really easily, so I keep looking at my stuff. The first one is a lot of people in the cosplay scene are kind of desensitized and numb to what Pete does. I have been in hotel rooms where Pete will do something like silly, and then people in the hotel room are like, oh, Pete's doing it again. They just don't care, and that's kind of shit.
I mean, long story short, this dude is basically just going to say that he's a bad person. Like, go watch some of his videos.
Having two large cosplayer content creators dressing up at a convention as a sexual predator and his 15-year-old victim and making videos making grape jokes certainly was not on my 2024 bingo card, but here we are. And you bet your ass I'm gonna drag them for it. This past weekend at a convention in Texas called SumiCon, two creators by the usernames D-Pity and wholewheatpeet thought it would be hilarious to dress up as P. Diddy and 15-year-old Justin Bieber and proceed to walk around the convention squirting baby oil on one another and filming videos reenacting assault of a minor. Before anybody...
Yeah, man, I mean, basically... Like, I don't really like this guy at all, and I feel like I don't know how everybody else feels. But I mean, clearly he's going through it right now. I just hope this dude takes a little bit of accountability. I mean, when you have a platform this big, you have to just, I think everybody needs to be careful no matter what in this day and age, but I just don't think it's very cool to, poke fun at this sort of situation in any way. I mean, the anime scene and a lot of different scenes, the anime scene, the music scene, it's kind of there for people to band together and for people to find community and to, you know, find other people who have either been through similar things or have similar goals or are looking into the future in a similar way. And I just feel like a lot of people have been through a lot of stuff, and this is just not one of those things that's fun to poke fun at. I know a lot of people who have gone through situations similar to this, and it's messed up a lot of their, the way they think, the way they trust people, the way they have friends. And I just can't believe somebody would think it's a funny idea to make content around that or to poke fun at that. And especially, like, sure, Justin Bieber's like some super celebrity billionaire, but the guy has a lot of problems, and you can tell. And he's written a lot of things in this last couple years, and he said a lot of things publicly in this last couple year or two about how, like, yeah, sure, he's successful, but he struggles with a lot of things because of his past. And the whole P Diddy situation currently, like, there's a lot of jokes going around, but it's just not a funny thing to push, especially in this community, and especially in any community where people go through this stuff. Like, cosplayers get harassed all the time. People have growing up, had a lot of problems and a lot of issues. And it's like, this is just one of those situations where I don't know what the angle was or why why he came up with this idea or why he decided to do this. It's just very insensitive, and it's very brain dead of him. So personally, I will not be associating with this guy. I definitely do not respect him. I don't think that what he's doing is good or smart or cool for this community. I mean, we all need to kind of be like in this together. We all need to be supporting each other, especially big content creators who have a huge platform and they have a huge voice. Like, I just don't understand how this is a funny thing. So yeah, everybody, feel free to block these guys. Feel free to block the people they're associated with. I would suggest, if you're a content creator who has done videos with them, like, remove your tag, remove your collaboration, because it's not looking good, man. And the worst part is this guy had an apology. That was horrible. He put an apology up on his Instagram and deleted it like the next day. So it's not like he doesn't even care. And this D Pity guy hasn't said anything. In fact, he's kept one of the videos up on Instagram. So take some accountability, guys. At least come forward, say what you're thinking. I feel I didn't get to even watch the apology video because it was up and gone so fast. So personally, don't be these. We need to do better as an anime community. We need to stop being weird, but most importantly, we need to hold each other accountable. And if you are wronged, like, I don't want anybody to necessarily be kicked out of a community where everyone should be welcome, where everyone should be able to, meet new people and further their relationships and career and further their future with like-minded people. But I do feel like if you get caught up in something, you have to come forward. You have to really, speak from the heart and figure things out. And you know what? I don't hope this guy never shows his face again. I don't hope that he stops creating. I don't hope that he, does XYZ. I just want this guy to just do better. And there's no excuse for this. I think there's going to have to be some ramifications. Come on, dude. Get your stuff together. Whole Wheat Pete. I'm not going to F with you probably forever. D Pity. I really don't care for you either, man. So come on, guys. Do better.